How's it going, YouTube? I'm going to be playing something a little bit different today. This is actually pre-recorded, and it's a little mini montage of sorts, I guess. The game is Nuclear Dawn for the PC. I found out about this game a couple days ago because Steam is having a free weekend, and actually it's going on today. It ends today. Today being Sunday. But the game is on sale right now for like 11 bucks. It's normally 20. And so basically I'm just going to be going over like my first impressions, and this is going to be sort of a mini review. Basically what this game is it is a combination of a first-person shooter and a real-time strategy game. That may not make a lot of sense at first, but essentially how it works is one player on the team will be designated as the commander, and this person will enter what's called the command bunker, and then their view will switch to like a real-time strategy type interface, you know, top view, able to build, place units, and that sort of thing. And then the other players will take the first-person shooter interface, like in this clip here, and they will essentially be the units that are on the field. It's a pretty unique idea, and it's fairly well executed. I have to admit, I was a little bit skeptical of how well that would actually work. Don't get me wrong, it needs some balancing, and it's not perfect at this point, but it's a very, very solid game. The shooting is pretty decent, and the RTS aspects are pretty decent. So I would say give this game a look if you happen to watch this before the free weekend expires, today being December 18th. If not, you know, I think the game's regularly 20 bucks. That's a good price. I would say pick it up. Okay, so this is an example of the RTS portion. I was playing as commander here. Basically what you have to do is place power structures that will extend your electricity or power and make it where you can build further out. And the structures that you can build are turrets, ammo resuppliers, and spawn points. Generally that kind of thing. So it's just to aid your troops. And the match ends when one team gets to the other side and kills the commander by destroying the command bunker. Like I said, this is a montage, so I'm not going to be doing any in-depth gameplay or anything, but that's essentially how it works. So the player's job, the unit's job, is to get out there and capture these resource points, which essentially would be like if you were gathering a resource in an RTS. And backstabbed.
Resource secured.
So it makes it pretty interesting. There aren't different kinds of resources, there's pretty much just one resource, and the more points you have, the more resources your commander will have to work with. So there's a good variety in the classes that you can choose. There's an assault class, a stealth class, which you just saw in the previous clip, a support class, and exo, which is basically heavy. The assault class can use a couple different weapons. There's an assault rifle, sniper rifle, and you have an ability to turn on an infrared view, which will make all invisible stealth classes visible, so that's pretty handy. The exo or heavy class, which is shown here, can use a Gatling gun or a rocket launcher. And one of my complaints about this game actually is that this class is pretty overpowered. They get so much HP that you have to shoot them 3 or 4 times in the head with a sniper rifle to kill them. And that's a little bit unbalanced in my opinion. Then, what else? The support class is essentially a medic, or repair structures and that sort of thing. Mostly what I've been using is the assault class, but that's the infrared right there. But they're all pretty viable options. Although the sniper rifle is a little odd at this point. Hopefully they will patch it, because the hitboxes are so exact that you have to be right perfectly over their head in order to hit them. It's not like Call of Duty where you can be a little bit off. Or even Counter-Strike for that matter, it's even more precise than that. And the sniper rifle seems to be a little bit underpowered as well, like some normal units take a couple headshots.
Structure is under attack.
But it's not horrible. Right here, basically, I'm building up more power to power more units. And then you can see on the bottom left corner, the blue is the structures that I had built at this point. In addition, as a commander, you can use certain abilities which cost resources. You can heal your teammates in a certain area, you can deal damage in a certain area, and that kind of thing. This is the shotgun, and this thing is amazing. It is probably my favorite weapon. So I had to throw in a little montage of shotgun ownage.
Structure under attack.
So anyway, I would highly recommend that you try out this game if you can. Again, the shooting isn't the best that I've seen. The real-time strategy aspect isn't the best that I've seen, but all in all, it's very, very solid, and everything comes together pretty well.
Primary position obtained.
So I would say check this game out if you have the chance. Give it a shot. You'll see right here, I just shot that guy in the face, but he didn't die. That guy I just missed. That guy had to shoot twice. See, I shot him in the head, but I have to shoot him twice as well. Funny thing, this was actually my first match. I was doing pretty well my first match. One thing that I kind of like about this game is since it's fairly new, there isn't really anybody that's like, you know, super good yet, so you don't join into a match and, you know, get your head handed to you on a platter right away. It's all pretty even at this point, which is kind of nice. Here's an example of destroying some structures. So it's pretty diverse gameplay. One thing that I found is that there tend to be choke points where both teams have built up, and you just kind of get stuck there for long periods of time. And again, it's a minor complaint. I haven't really gotten bored of this game yet. I mean, I've logged like, over the last couple days, I've logged like probably 4 hours into it, which isn't a ton, but I mean, I haven't ever gotten just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sick of this game. There seems to be pretty good variety. And even when you get stuck in these choke points, it's not too bad. So that's going to be about it for this first impressions thing. Hopefully this was useful. Check the game out if you haven't. And yeah, I will see you next video.